This is the film-worthy drama story of how I got together with my boyfriend. Today we learn why in some cases it's better to keep your mouth shut because pressure can ruin everything. But to understand what happened, we need ourselves a good old recap. Via the fan dub scene, I first met his girlfriend and then Dennis himself. Nana and P-Boy from the dub scene also fancied him, but he flirted with me the most. Then when he was single, we met in real life and then became friends. Until I said, I got quite the crush on ya, just to see how he'd react. But then he confessed his feelings to me, which was overwhelming for both of us because he was texting Nana and I was in a relationship, which was only platonic, but it still existed. And so we called it friendship. But when I went to visit, it got turbo electric. What the fuck? My family didn't want me to split up, so they gave me and my boyfriend a holiday together. I need answers, now! Should I call it off and give everything up for Dennis? But when I ask him, he says, a crush and a relationship? Those are two different things, Mick. I talked with Nana. And that's what you missed on Dark Victory! Yeah, and here we are again.
One step forward and 2 steps back.
Yeah, if it really is a girlfriend that he wants instead of a boyfriend, nothing I can do.
And so you were forced to end it. Mick!
Actually, we continued as if nothing ever happened.
Wait, what?
Well, after our call, he also made more moves on me. More texts, questions, how I'm doing, when we'll see each other again. I don't know. I just didn't ask him about Nana. What would have been the point? But when we talked, texted, we both realized the subject of Dennis and Mick isn't over yet.
Huh. Hashtag dick.
So I went back to Hamburg to see him again. What could possibly happen?
Right.
Hey, it was just like last time. Perfect. First we went to the Baltic Sea together by car and just spent the whole day on the beach. We just chatted and, distracted each other?
Yeah, you did.
Hey, hanging out with your half-naked crush at the beach all day?
Yeah, it's so hard.
Then we went to Lübeck, a small town close by, and walked through the old town center. We did a bit of shopping, and then went to a cafe. You know, just doing couple shit together.
Without being one.
Well, yeah, but in Lübeck we could pretend.
Huh.
But it was a different story when we went to eat in his hometown.
This was a great day, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry that everything has been so difficult lately. And with Nana...
Never mind that. Now it's just the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
Fancy meeting you here.
Mick!
Oh, you didn't say he'd be visiting.
Yeah, well...
Cool. You guys don't mind a bit of company, do you?
Well...
No, it's cool. Dennis says you like Disney. Don't I look like Ariel? I don't remember. Tell me. Nobody knew that there was something more. Or rather, a hint of something. But as soon as we got back to his place, in his room, in the bed...
Here we go.
Hey, we were just lying there, watching Queer as Folk, and fell asleep arm in arm.
Half naked.
And so, look how cute we are. There was nothing more. There was only that. A perfect four-walled paradise. I didn't ask any questions because I already knew the answer. Don't know. But I didn't need one here either. As long as it was just the two of us here, we could pretend we were together. But then, I woke up at night and looked at Dennis, and somehow the four walls that had formed our paradise shifted into barriers blocking our view of an endless abyss. Panic spread inside me, because suddenly I realized the sadness of the whole situation. Our paradise here was actually a prison. None of it was actually real. And the longing to have it all outside these four walls was suddenly unbearably strong. These thoughts wouldn't let go of me either, even when I had to go home the next day to Berlin.
When's the next time?
Don't know. In a month is the holiday that my parents gave to me with my boyfriend.
You haven't broken up?
Not yet.
Huh.
Should I? Huh? Would you rather be my boyfriend?
I don't know. Will we meet before the holiday?
I can't make it next week. I have a job to finish.
And the next one's no good.
Okay, so 3 weeks from now?
In 3 weeks.
I'll book the tickets on the train.
I hope the keyboard is silent. This is the quiet area.
During the long journey home, I started to wonder whether that was it now. Whether or not we would get another chance of having such perfect days again. And then I started to think of all the things that could go wrong in the next 3 weeks, and well, I started to spiral.
To what?
To spiral! For me, it's automatic. Always the worst case scenario in my head. If something is one way or another, it probably means this and that, and inevitably leads to this and that. But if I already do this and that, I'm protecting myself from this negative outcome. I call it my head-to-heart self-protection. I've already applied for the patent.
There's no way that could work out.
What?
Now, all your conclusions are based on an assumption which can also be wrong since it has not yet occurred at all.
Yeah, not yet. But the possibility
Possibility. You can't predict other people's actions. Unless you suddenly become a medium.
I'm just a good judge of character, okay?
Sure.
Look, I'm not saying the system is perfect, but after 3 hours of driving, during which I thought about the next 3 weeks, I came to 3 different conclusions that changed everything.
And none of them were good.
Not really.
Surprising.
Number 1. Ha! I'm a girl in a world in which my only job is to marry rich. Okay, probably not the time for Hamilton jokes. Number 1. Letting go.
Letting go?
Yeah. What if he just likes me, but he doesn't want to hurt me? Because he knows what all the stuff with Chan did to me back then. He says,
I don't know. No idea. Man, I don't know either.
maybe he actually means no and I can't read between the lines.
But
Huh?
doesn't what you told me about the weekend send a different message?
Well, yeah, but I'm still mid-spiral, thinking of all the worst-case scenarios, and then I'm trying to act against them.
I'm telling you, it's a pessimistic shit system.
So I texted him. Do you think our time will come? And even as I type, I know I should leave it. Leave him alone. But it's like some forces inside me, as if I couldn't live without the answer because I'm trying to prepare for the worst case.
I don't know. But I don't want to stall you or slow you down.
I had to let him go. Therefore, number 1, letting go.
All right, we got it.
So I didn't give too much of myself like last time. Letting go, let go, let loose. I hate everything about this.
Me too. Don't you ever shut up.
I couldn't write everything going on in my head because I had so much new stuff.
For example,
Like I said, is he just too nice to say no, or is he really insecure? Maybe not because of me, but maybe he's not yet sure about his sexuality.
unlike you.
Is that my diary from grade school?
Yeah, pretty tasteless. Mouse TV on the outside, and inside you stick perverted yaoi Pokemon pics, and you write who you'd like to.
Put that back. But you know what I mean? I've known since I was like 9. I mean, how long should I wait for him and put my life on hold? I mean, it's not as if I didn't have other options. Hey, love your parodies. Fancy a meeting?
Oh, dude, are you bragging about your inbox?
No, I really didn't want another guy. But then when I thought about it, I remembered that Dennis had already told me about another guy.
This one boy, I always flirt with him. He has a crush on me.
Doesn't that seem like he'd have some kind of handle on his sexuality? So I called him. I needed clarity so I could really let go.
And as we all know, it's particularly smart to ask your crush about previous partners.
I didn't know what exactly was going on with P-Boy and if they got together or not. So I had to find out.
P-Boy from Crimson? Nah, there was nothing serious.
Oh, what does that mean?
Well, we weren't together or anything. We just flirted a little.
Oh, and you guys never met because everything was online, right?
Actually, we met a few times.
Oh.
Once he was over here and he gave me a whole neck full of hickeys.
Oh, the guys are queuing up for me too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've got fanboys all in my inbox and...
So it was a brag.
Shut up! So did you go any further?
Huh? No.
And then I'm spiraling. I see a future with Dennis on the bed with another guy. He asks him about me, and
Dennis says it was nothing serious. We weren't together or anything, we just flirted a bit. Does that make me just an experience?
Hello? Mick, are you still there?
That brings us to number 2.
He's only after you because you're a Schuler sister and he wants your status.
Yeah.
Ow!
Impossible. But you're not completely wrong, because I'd have to be naive to set that aside.
Maybe that is why.
I know. Wouldn't it be stupid and naive to believe that it would be different for me and Dennis than for P-Boy and him? Conclusion number 2. From Needing. Do you all know the scene from my best friend's wedding?
Michael's after Kimmy.
Yeah?
And you're after Michael.
Yeah?
And who's after you? Nobody. Get it? There's your answer.
I knew I needed him around the clock. But he doubts, and all I wanted was for him to finally give me a yes. But I completely overlooked the fact that he never asks me for a yes, for commitment. On the contrary,
I don't want to stall you or slow you down.
he doesn't do anything for me.
He doesn't want anything from me.
He doesn't need me. And so the thought of us begins to die inside me. Conclusion 1 was about letting go. The second about needing. Both inevitably led me to the final, bitter decision. I now needed a decision. For him. For me. The week after I was back in Berlin, we wrote, telephoned, and cammed, but my head was stuck in a thick black cloud. I don't remember much from that time. I mostly remember my Death Note animations and my contribution for the 100th episode of a satirical online magazine. But I did share a lot on Formspring back then, so yay! That was something like telling him or Curious Cat. I was hurt by his indecisiveness. I was angry that we didn't get anywhere and none of us had the courage to just risk everything.
Good to see ya.
I had to have clarity. It was impossible. Dennis, I need you to decide.
Oh.
You know what we could be, right? If we were together, I miss being with you, and I think you do too, and you said you don't want to stall me, okay, but I just can't wait.
I need time.
We don't have any time. I don't care what any of the stuff with Nana is. When we're together, we feel the same, don't we? So...
Man, Mick, we said friendship, and I don't want to hurt you.
Don't want to? Dennis, I'm dying here. You're just scared this could turn into something serious, that others will find out, your friends or your mom or...
Okay. You want the truth?
Yes.
At the moment, there's simply not enough. Otherwise, I would say, yo, let's go, okay? Maybe it's also the constant arguing, but I can't fall in love by force.
Fine, screw it. First, it's because of my not boyfriend, then it's because I'm a guy.
Hey, but...
Forget it.
Man, you're stupid.
What?
Do you know those TikTok videos?
Huh?
You know when stuff gets crushed under pressure? You're the hydraulic presser.
Huh?
Your goddamn insecurity, love me, always ends up messing everything up.
I don't know.
Tell me. And therefore, your own chance of happiness.
Then what should I do?
Give him time. It's what he said. A lot.
But I didn't have time.
But why?
Because every day that I wait, I go to bed at night in my still flat, next to my still boyfriend with whom I'm going on holiday soon, and I myself don't know anymore what is this still life.
Then end it. Dennis said right from the start that this is a problem. Here, we've got video evidence.
What about your boyfriend? You still live together?
Huh.
Yeah, but what if Dennis drops me? Or he just picks Nana?
So you accuse him that he doesn't just do it and risk everything, but you're only playing back up yourself out of fear of being left alone.
Yeah.
Dude, we love our flawed characters, but you're starting to overdo it. What else have you done?
Hey, still up for meeting in Berlin?
The fanboy?
Well, I wanted to show Dennis that I didn't need him, and give him a reason to be jealous. To hurt him. Like I was hurt. In hopes that he'd realize what he was missing.
Interesting.
Huh?
Here's the point at which you completely lose all of my respect.
Why?
Why? I know math's not your strong suit, but the solution for one guy on the side is not two guys on the side.
We didn't.
No?
No. What happened was I practically chewed his ear off all night about Dennis. I felt sorry for myself and cried the whole time.
Why doesn't he love me?
At the least, after that night, I knew it had to end. I don't need a decision from him. I have to make it.
Oh, right. We're still at the third. Decide.
Huh? Sorry for yesterday. I felt like my affection had become a burden for him. My love a punishment. I never wanted to feel that again.
Okay.
I don't want to argue anymore. Maybe we're just no good for each other. Because of that, I gave him the choice. And I have to live with his decision. And draw my own conclusions. I think it's best if we broke off contact.
I think so too.
I wish we'd had more time. Like an entire lifetime. The end.
What? That's where it ends? My feelings! Wait, that doesn't match the video's title.
Yeah, I know, but me and Dennis parted ways, and you'll find out what happens in the next video.
Yeah, just tell us how long we all have to wait until we get the next part of the story. Videos like this one are really expensive, hard to make, and take a lot of time, you know?
Of course, remember to check the description below, support us on Patreon, and give us a super thanks if you like, since YouTube is constantly demonetizing our videos.
You and Dennis did what?
Chew!